What's up, everybody? I know I'm running a little bit late this evening. I was just talking to my granddaughters to make sure they made it back to Mississippi okay. I know, I'll take it out of the $20 penalty from yesterday from you, Recon. Well, I was only 2 minutes late according to my time here on my computer. That's what the schedule goes by. 'Cause my computer says it's 10:47 right now. So technically, I was a minute and a half late. How you doing, Ken? Good to see you tonight. You missed a good one last night. We had Brad here last night. Or were you here last night? I guess maybe you were here. Yeah. My memory's going. Well, the girls went back to Mississippi this morning, but they were a little bit of a late start. They forgot all about setting the clocks ahead, so they ended up leaving, like 2 hours later than they meant to. But they still got going anyway. They arrived about 40 minutes ago, and it's about a 12-hour drive for them. Excuse me. So, how's everybody doing tonight? My speakers don't seem to be working for me tonight for some reason. So I can't hear myself. Not sure why that is. Strange. Huh. Guess I'll have to look at my sound settings, I guess. Oh, yeah, I can't hear me, though, on my side. I don't listen to myself that much, but it helps me know whether things are working okay. Hmm. Strange. Excuse me. Must be my sound settings or something. Let's see. Check, check, check. Nope, for some unknown reason, my speaker's not working. I don't know why either. Strange. Well, it's working okay. I got a new sound card. I needed to put it in, then I'll solve that problem. Oh well, I can mess with that later. Everything else is working though, so I guess it doesn't matter. We'll see. Later I'll have to remember to go ahead and just put my sound card in I bought a sound blaster for the computer because the onboard sound wasn't working. So I was fixing it temporarily with a converter from USB to the speakers. And it worked okay, but I'd rather have a little better sound, so I bought a sound card. I don't know. He might be scared to death he's gonna lose a camper to me. After my granddaughters were taunting him a little bit. This program used to work flawlessly, but it seemed to be not working so well lately because my mute button doesn't seem to be working or anything else for some reason. I don't know why it wasn't working. Probably lag. That seems to be the biggest problem is the lag. I mainly want it to work so if I cough or something, I can mute it. course, I have other ways I can do this. StreamYard. StreamYard works when I do the stream. It doesn't use much of my resources on the computer. I don't have to rely on everything from the computer. It will go to it stream out to the internet itself, to the cloud, and work off the cloud. So it uses less of my resources, and it's supposed to make it better. Um, I mean, the reviews are excellent on the program. Of course, most of the people that have it have way better internet than I do. They have, like cable, something a lot faster and a lot more upload and download speed than I do. Yeah, my coffee can. I almost grabbed a Gatorade tonight instead, but I decided to get the coffee. Didn't really drink much coffee today, actually, to tell you the truth. But it was nice having my granddaughters here and my great granddaughter. Got to play with the little girl. She's only a couple years old, so she was pretty playful, and I didn't do much screaming. No, she's been pretty busy lately. And a lot of times she talks to her fiance on the phone for an hour or two at a time at night. Um, and sometimes even this late because he's still in the hospital. So he was supposed to come home today, but they delayed it till probably Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. So she'll still be talking to him, and besides that, of taking care of the baby. In fact, I saw somebody waiting, so I actually thought it was Velvet waiting, and I was hoping Brad would join my Patreon, but he didn't. I was surprised. Oh well. And yeah, Velvet's supposed to join it too, but she didn't yet either. She might have lost the link. Mm. But last night was not bad. I mean, since I had the granddaughters here, I had them on, and um, Velvet here, and you and Ken, and Minnie, and that all helps a lot. We had 9, I think it was 9 on altogether at one point. And Brad, I don't know if he's going to come on tonight or not. I doubt it, but he usually don't come on unless I remind him to, edge him on a little bit. I really don't know, Ken. It's kind of a touch and go with the mornings. Depends on how busy I am. I know I will be a bit busy in the morning somewhat. I probably won't be in the morning, possibly maybe noon or so. That's possible because my wife and I actually going to have a little bit of time off tomorrow. So we'll be taking advantage of that to get out of the house because she hasn't been out of this house in a month or so. And we haven't been out anywhere together in probably longer than that. So we were planning on meeting my best friend in the next town over, Trenton, and his fiance, and having breakfast with them at the local little diner. So that way we can get out a little bit, get a little fresh air. And I know she's been a bit stir crazy lately, so, and I have too for that matter. I just get out to get the essential stuff mostly. And there's actually a site up for anybody that wants to check on their stimulus, by the way. You can look on the IRS website, I think it is, and you can do a tracking tool thing. It'll tell you when you're going to get it exactly. I love bacon myself, but I don't eat it very often anymore, but I do like it. Mostly because my wife doesn't really like to cook it because it spatters so much, and she usually gets burned from it, from the spattering grease, and because she has to cook a lot of it because of the clients. And it's easy to just cook the sausage links or something like that. But once in a while, I'll cook it for the clients myself. So when we go out to eat, that's usually when we'll have bacon. We'll let somebody else get burned. In fact, the place that we're going for breakfast actually is one of the most generous restaurants I've ever seen with bacon for breakfast. Because if you order bacon, um, you'll get like 5 or 6 pieces of bacon for an order. And I mean pretty good sized pieces of bacon. Yeah, I know you can cook it in the oven, but it spatters in there too, which means you got a mess to clean in the oven too, usually. So you're gonna get a mess no matter what when it starts spattering. Now myself, my preference is cooking it in a big frying pan because I know it's not good for you, but I like to cook my eggs in the bacon grease. It just tastes better. If I'm gonna have bacon, I might as well let the eggs have that bacon taste too. That's just the way I like it. I can see I'm lagging again tonight. I missed the mute on the mic. Damn thing. Put this thing over here in front of me more. Yeah, a lot of people that we even down here in the South, I mean, we usually will cut up some bacon and put it in with the green beans and let it cook with the green beans and lima beans. We'll either put some bacon in the lima beans or chunks of ham. Well, and at least some of the, ham and ham fat even. That's the southern way to cook it. Stupid thing. Fix it right. Get over there. I mean, I like bacon a lot, really. I mean, bacon cheeseburgers is great too. BLTs is probably one of my favorite sandwiches, but I rarely make them. I just don't think of it. And even the clients, they like BLTs too. Probably more so because we don't have them very often. Oh, I like lima beans. Down in the south is this is lima bean territory. Of course, a lot of farms around this area. The old farmers' wives. You go to eat at a farmer's house, you're probably going to get lima beans with ham in them, or green beans with bacon in them. Hey, there's a lot of people. They make a meal out of lima beans down here. They'll, lima beans and ham, some bread and butter. That's a meal as far as they're concerned. If they're in a hurry. Make them homemade in a crock pot. Let them cook for a couple of days and with some ham in them. It's good. They're great. Yeah, pinto beans are good. I like regular old baked beans, bush beans or whatever. Love them. Heck, I'll make a sandwich out of the dang things in the middle of the night with a little bit of mayonnaise on it. They don't like me, but I like them just fine, but they don't like me. My wife will verify that. Were you looking to come on tomorrow morning where you can, if I came on? But I know I'm not coming on in the morning, but it would be probably afternoon some if I did, which I'm not sure right now if I will or not yet. Yeah, baked beans are good. I like seafood recon, but some seafood doesn't like me very much. Like, I like oysters, but I like them fried the most. But as long as they're with other things like a few scallops, and I love fried clams. Now, I do like fried clams a lot, and shrimp I like fine, but if I eat very many fried oysters, even they actually make me sick. But my wife's the same way. And fish is fine. Haddock or something like that is fine. But my wife loves shrimp, but she doesn't like scallops or oysters or clams or any of that stuff. I'm not sure why it doesn't notify you, Ken. It should be. It's YouTube. I assume then you're not getting notifications for nighttime either. So that means you just go by the time then, right, Ken? Because we have a set time every night at 10:45. Then I see what you're saying. We had 5 people here for a minute, but I don't know where the 5th person went. I guess they just came in and left. Could have been Jennifer. I don't know. I know she does sneak in and listen a little bit sometimes, but baby ends up crying or something and she has to leave. I don't know what time I'll be on, Ken. Like I said, I don't believe I'll be on in the morning anyway. It would be after 12 if I get on. I mean, you can look for me to be on around 1, but it's doubtful. It's doubtful at this point. Like I said, tomorrow is the first day that my wife and I have had to get out for well over a month together to go anywhere. So I know we're going to have breakfast with some friends of ours. Whether we end up doing anything with them or not, I don't know. We have to be back here by 3 in the afternoon. So we'll be back before that. But we don't get much time out. So it's kind of a treasured thing when we do, that we can do a few things together. She may decide she may want to go visit my son who is in the hospital because he's home. So she may very well want to stop by there and see him. Other than that, I don't really know. You probably should send a complaint to YouTube and ask them why the heck why you can't get notices when people send them to you, Ken. Complain to them. See if we can find out what's wrong with you getting notices. Yeah, we just had 5 again for a second there, unless somebody's just in here and I'm not seeing them all the time. As far as the number goes up there. Or somebody's having trouble logging in. It might be Velvet trying to get on. No, not yet. It doesn't happen that fast usually, but this week we really, really need to get one. I mean, we've been trying for years to get some more people here, but it's been really hard getting somebody. That's why it looks so really bad because we haven't been able to find anybody. They did send some information on one over a week ago or so, a week and a half ago or so. My sister told me, but we refused him immediately because he was 18, basically a sexual predator, which we have mostly girls now, and very aggressive, known to hit the staff and attack the staff and pick up rocks and smash them through their car windshields. So that pretty much said, no, we don't belong here. Even though, it might help keep us open, but by the amount of damage he would do wouldn't be worth it. Because by law, whatever he breaks, we have to pay for to fix. And that ain't happening. Not to mention he rides a bicycle and takes off on a bicycle, and his mother actually pays for a cell phone for him. And of course, you wouldn't think the state would allow it, but he watches inappropriate stuff on the cell phone. So that one wouldn't work at all. And frankly, we're too old to deal with somebody that would be like that. No, it's against the law. You cannot solicit for a group home. It's against the law. They have to be placed through the state. If you run an ad, it's actually a huge fine, like $50,000 fine or something, $100,000 fine. It would put you right out of business. But they would put you out of business if you did. It's in the contract. You cannot run ads of any kind, which makes it basically almost makes it darn near impossible to find anybody because they have to come through the system. I wish we could run an ad because it might actually help. It doesn't matter what state you're in. They have the same law. That's a federal law. You can't run advertisement for a group home. Mainly because it's confidential. Whether you don't realize it or not, is some of the people that are in group homes, the relatives don't know where they are. And that's intentional because they were abused. Some of them were abused and they don't want them to know where they are. That's why you can't do it. You can't even put their names on the internet and stuff like that. Can't do it. It puts them in danger. And doing it in another state would be, do you realize the cost it would be to do it in another state? We can't even afford to rent a place. I don't know how we do it in another state. No. Not a nursing home. Remember I told you we've had two of them here since they were 12 years old. No, we have total different regulations than a nursing home. Like I said, our people are all special needs. They're handicapped mentally and physically. So they may be, say, for instance, 50, but they're actually more like 4 or 5, 6 years old mentally. Sometimes a little bit better than that, but sometimes worse. Well, a lot of times they do recon, but the problem is we have a governor that won't turn loose any money to allow them to go to the homes, to pay for them. Since Jeb Bush was in office, the governors behind him cut the amount of money in half that used to go to these group homes. So most of them are struggling and have been for years just to stay open to give these people a place to live. And they don't make any money. It's month to month, just pay the bills, payroll, and the taxes and insurance. Insurance is extremely high for a group home too, extremely high. But the state has been killing us on money. When they get budget cuts for making new roads or whatever they do, or whatever they're getting or want more money for, their raises, these places get taken. They take the money from these places. They just don't. They like to make lots of new rules for them and new laws that cost us money to deal with and stuff, and more and more and more and more paperwork, tons of paperwork, but they don't want to pay us for it. I mean, we won't go into that political part of it because believe me, I get pretty hot about it because the state's really screwing the group homes and have been for years. Jeb Bush was probably the best governor we ever had as far as helping group homes go because he really increased it a lot because he understood. I don't know if he had somebody that was in his family that was something like one of these special needs people, so he understood why they needed the money to take care of them or why, but or just more compassionate or what, but he made sure that they got paid sufficiently so they could have the staff they really needed. We've been short-staffed for 25 years because we couldn't afford to pay other staff. We actually had one more person here when Jeb Bush was the governor because we had enough income to pay another person that gave us a day off. Haven't had it since Jeb Bush. That's been a long time. Most people looking on the outside in don't realize what group homes really do, how they operate, what it costs to operate them. They think it's as simple as, put an ad in or something. Can't do that. Yeah, Ken may have left. I don't know. I only see 3 here right now. So that's probably me, you, and my wife who's logged in. You still here, Ken, or is YouTube acting weird again? Nope, YouTube is acting weird again. That's all it is. I mean, I saw 5 up there earlier. Now, somebody's been in here again. I know that. It might have been Jennifer. Don't know. But somebody hit the thumbs up buttons because there's 5 thumbs up. So somebody else definitely was in here. That could have been anybody. Who knows? Could have been Jennifer. Could have been Velvet, who couldn't get logged in all the way, or who knows? But my granddaughters have been wonderful helping with the viewing hours, though. And I also found a way that I could actually increase them a little bit by watching multiple videos myself because I have different computers, several computers in the phone and stuff, and running them myself. From, let's see, today's the 14th. Well, in the last 5 days, we've gotten over 50 view hours, which is pretty dang good. It's up the average quite a bit anyway, over 50 hours. I expect it to be more than that, actually, because I think there was a bunch of view hours. I got up there today myself running the different computers and stuff on some videos for a couple of hours. Excuse me. By the end of next week, we should be well over 2,900 on viewing hours, which is great. That's a little bit ahead of schedule. It gives us some of the extra that we needed that we're missing. And my granddaughters they're kind of getting into it a little bit now, so they're going to spread the word to their friends and try to get some of their friends to watch and get on and stuff like that, and maybe even get them into the live chat some. Who knows? I mean, Sierra was on with me last night, and so she's familiar with it, so hopefully she'll be able to jump in some, and Trinity. and their friends. Maybe they'll get. Maybe they're pretty strong-willed girls, so they're liable to make their boyfriends jump in too. Who knows? Aren't you? Are you guys? Yeah, you guys are both on your phones, I think. Yeah. On a desktop computer, there's a way you can actually double the amount of time um, by using your browser. If you're on a regular desktop, there's a way you can get a lot more view time. I found out. Somebody told me how to do it. You can actually go up to the top of your browser and right-click on the very top and click on duplicate, and you'll make the same video run twice. You can do that several times, 4 or 5 more times at least. Then you just go down into the settings in your video and change the from 720p to like 144, which is crappy video, basically, but it takes less data, so you can do it quite a few more times that way. And it uses less data, but you still get the same benefit. And it does work. I just verified that because in the last couple of days alone, I've gotten about, since the 13th, about 35 hours. Why do I get no more coffee tonight, Ken? Am I talking too fast or too much? I still got some right here. Yeah, 7's not on tonight, so that's surprising, but well, I didn't, you know, I don't really expect everybody to be here every night anyway. I mean, it's just, everybody has things to do, including you guys, If you can't make it, you can't make it. That's life. I don't sleep very well, Ken, that's for sure. I'm usually up fairly late. Um, and I also get up pretty early. I I don't sleep well at night. Probably if I get 4 hours sleep a night or 5 hours sleep, that's like really good for me. Sometimes I'll wake up every hour because of health issues. But during the day though, sometimes I have to take a nap for at least an hour. I'll just sit in my chair in a recliner when my wife's watching TV and just doze off for an hour or something like that. In fact, I did today. Earlier tonight, I took a little hour nap or so before doing the live stream. Oh, sorry, I muted it again. Yeah, baby's fine. And Ken, yeah, he's still here. I'm sure you can see him typing now. I was gonna say he probably was washing baby bottles again. I miss it when I mute the mic sometimes. I forget because there's supposed to be a little pop-up here up on the top. Right there. Right over there. And it hasn't been popping up like it's supposed to. You should be able to hear me now. It's definitely not muted now. Well, I guess it's just the three of us tonight since Lucky's not coming on. So Minnie hasn't showed up, so she's probably not coming either now. No Jennifer, no Velvet, nobody. None of them showing up. Yeah, I knew you could. I knew it was muted after you told me. Well, I guess tomorrow at some point, I might even do it tonight. I need to put my sound card in to fix the sound. That's for sure. It seems to be working for the multimedia stuff, I think, but I should have been able to hear when I was doing the. In fact, I did when I was doing the countdown earlier. It was working on my speakers, but now all of a sudden it's not. I don't know what's wrong with that. What's up with that? So I guess I gotta put the sound blaster in and get it done. And then it opens up another port for me for my USB, so I can actually hook up my other camera from the other screen. I can switch cameras now and then when I want to, which would be a nice thing to do too. I wish I could make the background of my computer screen black or darker because that's why I'm getting all this reflection in my glasses, which I really don't like. If I could get that screen to dim down, I wouldn't have all that reflection. Kind of annoys me that it does that. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it to get it to clear up. And I've watched a lot of other videos, and people that have glasses, they all have the same problem. I don't care what they're using for a camera, they get the same problem. So they either take their glasses off or I guess wear sunglasses. AR Platinum does that. AR Platinum wears sunglasses a lot. They don't glare. But the granddaughters made pretty good time. They got back right on schedule when they thought they were going to. In the amount of hours they said it took to travel up there. I was a little bit surprised because I thought they might both be a little bit weary of driving that distance by themselves, but they both seem to be fine with it, which is great. I thought they might be a little bit weary of it because most of the time when they did come down, their mother brought them down, but their mother and stepfather both moved to Jacksonville. Yeah, it's a really long drive. Yeah, it's minimum 10 hours. That's if they don't stop, but they usually stop at least twice. Get out, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, maybe get something to eat, So that usually adds another hour or two to the trip. Of course, they're young. You know how young people are. They stop somewhere at a store and have to get cold drinks and stuff like that, stuff to munch on, which is good. Helps keep them awake. I made many trips from Florida to New Hampshire before. I'm talking about northern New Hampshire, way up north in New Hampshire, and that was a long drive. And I've driven many times straight through, and I mean, I usually would end up pulling over somewhere and maybe just sleep for like a small nap for an hour or two, and then but a lot of times I was so wound up from driving that I couldn't even sleep when I wanted to. But getting my eyes off the road was the biggest key to it because you get that the seeing them lines all the time kind of blind you. My father brought us. My parents moved down from New Hampshire because my father got a job here at a motion picture studio as a cameraman and a photographer. He was pretty young then. My father was my stepfather. He was only like 15 years older than I am, but he always wanted to be a photographer and kind of get into the movie business, and he got an opportunity to do that at a place called Jernigan's Motion Picture Service. Hey, Velvet, how you doing? Were you trying to get on earlier? So anyway, that's how we got here. He got a job at a motion picture company. Velvet, did you lose the link to my Patreon for you to join it? Because I checked it just to make sure to see if you had any problem joining, and it didn't show that you joined. But that's the link again. If you lost it, just click it and you can sign up in just a couple minutes. It don't take very long. I had a feeling you might have been trying to get in earlier because I'd see somebody. Looked like somebody was here, but they weren't. They just keep disappearing. Well, I was wrong, guys. I said I didn't think anybody else was going to join, but Velvet came on, which is good. Okay, that sounds good. And Recon can check his mail. Yeah, it's showing 5 on again now. Get on the ball, Recon. We'll have to give you a fine now for being a slacker. There goes the $5 one you gave me. Sorry. You got the slacker fine tonight now. We might have to double that one now. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Hmm. I think I'm lagging about 10 seconds tonight. I put the coffee cup down, then I watched the video of me picking up the coffee cup and taking a drink of coffee. I was actually really surprised that my granddaughter came in here with me. I wasn't expecting it to come in here and chat with you guys live. It really surprised me. I figured she might be too shy to do that, but it was really surprising to me. I was really delighted that she did. But she was like squatting down on the floor for a long time. I finally had to tell her to go get a chair so she'd be comfortable. They grow up awful fast, I'll tell you. The one, Sierra, who was on last night, she's a, all my granddaughters are pretty. And she's definitely no exception. And I remember it seemed like yesterday I was holding her with one hand, but now she's grown up with her own child now. In fact, her and her mom, when she was born, were living with us, staying with us. Now, but I'd tell him that's an extra fine watching it after the stream, because now he can't answer any questions you might have had. I'd let him have it now. I'd give it to him. Find him good. Yeah, I would like to get on during the day some more. Can if I can find a way to do that, but with everything that's going on here, I don't know. I hate to set a precedent, where it's every day at a certain time, because I do believe probably you would come on in Florence, and maybe a few others might too. I don't know, but where all this turmoil is here with the group home and everything, I hate to start it and then have to stop it. Are you using the laptop? Okay. So, do you use the mouse, do you, Recon? Because if you're on the laptop, you can right click on the top of the tab for the Explorer, and you can click duplicate, and it'll make another one. You'll see another stream. And so if you don't want to hear everything, or you're on your phone now, and so you just click on the speaker and turn one of the speakers off. But you can actually do that as many times as you want to. But you can't do it on your phone that I know of. Yeah, you need to get a new phone. Don't be so cheap, Recon. Just have to bite the bullet and get another phone. Of course, if you like it that much, there's a lot of places out there that can replace the battery. That would kind of restore it for a lot less than buying another one. If you like it that much, a lot of places that'll replace the battery in it. I do that with our tablets because many years ago, we got the Acer tablets, and they were very pricey. They were expensive. And after so many years, the batteries just got bad. So those we had two of them, one for myself, one for my wife, and I just bought new batteries and watched a couple of videos a couple of times on how to replace them. It wasn't easy, and it was a little bit nerve-wracking doing it, but I did it very successfully. I bought the battery. They were big batteries too. They're real big, but they're really thin. But I figured out how to open them all up and everything, and disconnect the stuff we needed to, and replace them batteries. Put them on a charger, and they work beautiful. And I still actually have another one. I bought several, so I'd have some spares. So, well, I have one spare now. Well, that's what I'm saying. Take the Samsung while you're using the iPhone, send it into a techie place, and have them replace the battery. They can do that for it sure won't cost as much as that phone did. If you got the 850 like I do, you could probably get it done for under $100, including the battery. So you can save a couple $100. All right. Thank you, Velvet. Appreciate that. Yeah, I heard my phone beep. I wasn't sure what it was from, but yep, there it is. Okay. All right. Great. Look at that. We have to give her a big round of applause, guys. We got 3 members in Patreon now. Hmm. I thought they had clapping hands in these icons, but I don't see them. That's for sure. Oh yeah, why was it a mistake to bring them to Sherrod Island? I know what you mean. Yeah, see now it shows we have 4 people in here. This YouTube can't make up its mind, Ken. I told you that. This YouTube is just all screwed up. That's why you don't get notices right, because YouTube is just still screwed up. Well, I could have told you that Sherrod Island is just nothing but oyster shells. You go there, you better have shoes on, no matter what. In fact, my mother and father, when they were still alive, brought the clients there a couple of times. They learned the hard way. Make sure you wear shoes, or at least flip flops. And even the flip-flops ain't a very good idea because they tend to get loose and kick up the shells and put them under your feet. So you're better off with sneakers or something. Even if you're wearing shorts and whatever, wear shoes. Dangerous. Can Recon Velvet. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a refill on my coffee and run to the restroom real quick here. So I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. I'm back, guys. I don't know who it is, but it seems like one of my neighbors was burning trash too. So I was investigating that, trying to figure out who it was. When it's this late at night, you know they're burning stuff they're not supposed to be burning. And boy, does it stink. When you can smell it in the house, and you know it's bad. And they do it pretty often too. It's really starting to get annoying. Well, we're an hour and 13, 14 minutes into it. We may go a little bit longer here yet. I got to get rid of the last cup of coffee and got another one. So I'm good for a little while. Here's to you, Ken. It's fairly fresh, too. Good stuff. Yeah, I tell you what, YouTube is really getting a bit annoying to me because their processing time is a lot. I found out over the months that we've been doing the live now that we do a live stream. I don't see any credit for it for at least a day or two as far as the live hours go, and the analytics don't change. It takes a day or two for that at least. Oh, excuse me. We are officially up to 2,160 subscribers. I drink Maxwell House. We got one subscriber that I think she's from Facebook. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think she's learning how to paint. When I was younger, it didn't matter what I drank most of the time, recon, but I kind of got when I got older, I kind of got fussy. I was more tolerant and got it down to Folgers or Maxwell House, but then I got where basically Maxwell House was the only thing we really wanted. Folgers if we're desperate. Yeah, I lag all the time. Don't feel bad, Velvet. 'Cause it's probably not just you or Timmy. It's probably a lot of it's me too. Recon, I just see you on here. I'm looking at the subscribers here, and you got 123 subscribers. You could almost start your own channel. In fact, you could start your own channel. I'd start scratching your tickets live. Well, imagine if Nancy's there, Velvet. You're probably drinking Maxwell House again, just like you do here. Unless she drinks Folgers too, which I think she might. Excuse me. In fact, I think she does drink Folgers too. She's not. I don't think she's quite as fussy as I am. There you go, Recon. You probably could. You probably could. You know, if I had done a scratcher channel, I probably could get monetized a hell of a lot faster too. But I don't have the money to spend on tickets every day. You know, I'd have to get monetized like really, really quick, so that that would help buy tickets. If we didn't have all the things going on here and everything, and I could get this one monetized and get a little bit coming in, I could actually start another channel to do scratching with and just use some of the money from here. But I'd have to. It would be a long time because it would be quite a while before I get enough to even help from this one. I absolutely hate Starbucks. I'm sorry, but I can't stand their coffee. It just does not taste good to me at all. I think that's horrible. I think my wife likes one of their coffees, I guess, but it's always just way too strong for me. And we make pretty strong coffee here, but theirs seems to be way stronger. Huh. Yeah, you mentioned that YouTube did that subs purging thing. I haven't seen it do that to me yet. And I've been on for quite a while, but I haven't noticed it. I've lost I lost some subscribers, but that was just people unsubbing me. I'm pretty sure of that. But they may do that. It scares me because if you say they purge them, by the time I get my live view hours, I may lose most of my subscribers and still not be able to get it. So that kind of scares me. So you're scaring me, Recon. That's another fine. That's a $20 fine right there. I got grumpy. I'm not grumpy. What do you mean I'm grumpy? Not grumpy. See how she picks on me, guys? Calling me grumpy? Ah, tell you. Well, Velvet, the price of your coffee just went up again. Call me grumpy. I thought I was being nice. I wasn't being grumpy. Gee. I think you're being grumpy and you're just blaming it on me. Ask Timmy. I bet Timmy would say you're grumpy. No, you're wrong there, Recon. If you lose your hours, like no matter how you lose your hours, and you're under 4,000, you will not be monetized. They still won't monetize you. So that's why there's actually videos warning you about that from people with YouTube. If you delete videos and say you got 100 or 1,000 watch hours or view hours on it, if you delete that video, it subtracts it from your view hours. So if it knocks it down below, you can lose your monetization. And if you lose your subs and get down below 1,000, you'll lose it also. I've definitely watched a lot of those videos from the YouTube creators, employees, telling you what to do and what not to do. Yeah, you can lose your channel pretty easily. So you gotta be careful what you delete. Just like you can't make videos that are excuse me, not public because they don't count. They don't count toward your hours. You could do an unpublished one or a hidden one, whatever, and you could send it to other people and they could still watch it, but you still won't get the time for it. There's a time limit on that. For that year, he will be monetized. If he doesn't get the other 50 people to keep up over 1,000, then he'll lose it. As long as he gets the 50 more people by the next year go around from his date of monetization, he'll be okay. If he don't, then they'll drop him. Then he'll have to reapply. The way YouTube says they look at it is if you can't keep 1,000 subs, then you're just not a very good channel, really. You're not what they want for a channel. That's why they want the 4,000 view hours. I think if you can't maintain a minimum of 4,000, then you're not really helping them much. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They kept him for that year. But once that year, say he started October 15th, and it was several months before that, they lost the 50. October 15th, when it comes around again, that rest of that year, when it restarts his year, he has to have that other 50 or they will drop him. In fact, if you look on YouTube, you'll see people that's happened to. So he does have time to get the other 50. As long as he gets them, he's okay. They won't drop him. Yeah, I figured Nancy did drink Folgers too. I remember going to her house before and she had Folgers. It's just like if you watch some of them videos, Recon, from the creators from YouTube, they'll tell you, you have to maintain that 4,000 view hours. If you drop below, you will get taken off the program. You have to maintain it every year. You can reapply once you get back up there again, just like with subs. You can reapply once you get back up to 1,000. But you will be dropped. Of course, there's no guarantee. That's the sad part about YouTube. It's not automatic. You can get it. You could go do your scratch channel, like you said, Recon, and you could get 1,000 subs and 4,000 view hours, and you could apply to be monetized, and they can still refuse you because they literally review your whole channel with everything. So there's no guarantee that you'll get it. I mean, I watched some videos of some other guys that had more than enough stuff to get monetized, and they got declined because YouTube just didn't feel they were a good fit yet. Or they had some content that they didn't want on that channel. And the problem was they didn't tell them what it was. They had to figure it out. But when the person deleted the one, he finally figured out which one it was that was the problem. He lost so many live view hours that he didn't have enough to get monetized anymore. So he had to do a bunch of more videos to get back up there. Detailed your SUV today. Yeah, that leather is squeaky clean, huh? What do you use on the leather to protect it? Anything special? Is it the fake leather or real leather? I didn't know they had real leather. That was kind of a synthetic leather. Oh, it's real? Armor All? Yeah, I use Armor All quite a bit, but I hear mixed things about Armor All, how it's not as great as people say it is and all that, but I can't honestly say I've had any problem with it. I've heard a lot of people say that it actually damages stuff after a while and whatever. It's just, I've never had a problem with it. I use Armor All in my Audi even. I really do. And I've never had a problem with it. They do? Yeah. I'm not surprised. I mean, people, I've heard them talk about it, but, to me, something like that that's been around for many, many, many years has to be a good product. Otherwise, they'd be out of business. People wouldn't be buying it anymore. They just wouldn't use it. So you got to take some people's opinions with a grain of salt as far as products like Armor All and whatever. I use it on my car, my motorcycle, whatever. Hell, I even sprayed some on I got a pair of riding boots when I wear them with my Harley. I've even sprayed Armor All on them before. It did help kind of waterproof them a little bit more. Oh yeah, I've gotten some expensive stuff before myself, but I don't think it did any better than Armor All did. I just make sure I wash it really good first and rinse it really good, get rid of the soap, and then I'll use Armor All on like whatever I want, like the seats and whatever. And I'll use it on my Harley's, you know, not the windshield, but the frame, the front body part of it, in the saddlebags. And instead of using wax, I'll put Armor All on them quite a few times. They seem to work nice. Looks good. And I don't use a lot of it. I just use, enough to give it that wet look and just to protect it a little bit. I've used some tire shine stuff. I can't remember what the brand was. Black Magic does sound familiar though, so I might have. My son Chris used to be like really super good with detailing with cars and motorcycles. But of course, the way he is right now, with all the issues he has, he can't help me with it at all. But he actually was really good at it. And so he recommended a lot of products because he used to work for a dealership many, many, many years ago. And he did a lot of their detail stuff. So he knew all the good stuff to use. Yeah, as you know, Velvet, we do too. You can wash your car and drive out of here and come back, and it's already filthy. Lime rock. Horrible. I hate it. I'll be so glad if they ever tar these roads out here. Of course, I may not be here then, but they're supposed to tar these roads a long, long time ago. But some county commissioner got his way and got the funds that were supposed to tar these roads and use it across 26 there and got those roads done because he had property out there. He lived out there. All politics. No, we're pretty sure it's not going to happen, Recon. It's nice to think about, but pretty sure it's not. Well, guys, it's been over an hour and a half. I think we'll just go ahead and shut her down for the night. We have to get up early in the morning. At least I do. Francis does too, because the guys are going to the workshop tomorrow. Thank God for that. We finally get a break from them. So they get to go to the workshop. So we have to get up at 6 o'clock. So that's not very far away. So I think we'll go ahead and shut it down, guys. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you all coming. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Stay safe, keep healthy, and have a good night, guys.